Hi everyone, it's Zoe and today I'm going to show you guys how to make DIY magazine coasters out of totally reusable magazines. So these are perfect for me because I always have cups lying around and you don't want to get the table wet, so you use a coaster, right? And these are basically free, so why not do them, right? So I'm just going to show you guys how to get started right now. First, you still want to get a magazine, and mine has a lot of pictures, so it's great. And you want to rip out a page that has colors similar to those that you want, or if you don't care about the colors, it doesn't matter. So I already have 6 of these pages. You're going to need 6 different pages, and I'm going to make a blue one, so mine are very blue. And you're also going to need a paper cutter, and if you don't have it, it's fine, as long as you have a pair of scissors. And you also want glue, and that's going to come into play at the very end. So you're going to take all your things, and first of all, you want to cut off the rugged edges off of the magazines where you tore them out of the magazine. So you're going to want to either use your paper cutter like I'm doing, or you can use your scissors. Just try to cut it off as straight as possible so that it looks pretty at the end. So that's one of mine, and you're going to want to do all 6 of yours exactly the same way. You're going to also want to try to make all 6 of your pages about the same size, because if they're all different sizes, it just makes it harder to weave together to be a coaster later on. So here's all 6 of my pages, and I cut them to be the same size. So now you're going to want to fold them in half in what we call hot dog style back in elementary school. And you're just going to want them to cut them lengthwise down the middle. So you're going to have to use either your paper cutter like me, or you can use scissors once again if you don't have one or you don't want to use it. And now you have 12 strips, so make sure you have 12 because you're going to need 12. And here, just ignore the creases that I made already. I tried something else out and it didn't really work. So you're just going to want to follow what I do. So they're going to be 2 sides. They're going to be the side that you want on the outside and the side you want on the inside. So fold it in half lengthwise, hot dog style again, so that the side that you want is on the outside and the side that you don't want is on the inside. And then now you're going to fold it into thirds. So I used to fold it into halves, but then it didn't really work out as well. So fold it into thirds. You want the open side to be on the outside. So what that means is the side that opens up but when you folded it before, you want to fold that in first, so that when you fold it in this time, both sides are clean. Both sides are folded sides. And now you're going to fold it in half again so that you have this little V shape. And this time when you fold it in half, it's going to be the other direction. You're going to fold it not lengthwise, but you're going to fold it, I guess, widthwise. So you're going to do this for all 12 of yours. So watch me do it again. This time, see how there's a lot of red on that side. So you really, if you want to make one that's blue, for instance, like I did, you want to cover up as much of the other colors as you can. So you don't want this big red thing in the middle of your blue strip. So what I did was I folded it so that the red piece was on the inside and not the outside, so that what you saw was the blue part. And once again, you're going to fold it into half, and then you're going to fold the halves into thirds, and then you're going to fold it in half again the other direction, making a V-shaped piece. And you're going to do this for all 12 of your pieces. So here's all 12 of my pieces. I'm just going to gather them up now and put them to the side so I have a nice clean area to work with. And you're going to notice that your pieces should all be about the same size. If not, then it will be harder to weave and it will be harder to make it look nicer at the end. So now you're just going to pick 2 pieces. It really doesn't matter. I just wanted 2 that were kind of different so it looks more like better variety later on. And you're going to want to do what I do. So you're going to open the 2 V's up and you're going to interlock them. So you're going to put one leg of one of the V's in between the other legs of the other V's, and you're going to want it so that when you pull it like I just did, it doesn't come apart, and make it into a square corner, a 90-degree angle, so that is going to be the top left corner of your coaster, or any corner of your coaster for that matter. So you're going to want to do kind of the same thing with the second one, except instead of going the same way as your first one, you're going to want to go the other way. So for my first one, it went underneath the horizontal, and for my second one it's going to go above the horizontal. So if you've ever woven anything, and most of us have as children, that is just the same basic concept. You want to go over and under. And I suggest you do one alternating between horizontal and vertical, because it's just easier that way. I've tried it where you do all of one way first, and it's just more complicated. So I highly suggest you do it like I'm doing it. So one vertical strip and then one horizontal strip, and back and forth. And so you see how these are all interlocked. That's very important. You want to make sure that they're all interlocked so they don't come out at the end. And it's going to go under and then over this time, because at the first strip went over and then under. And after every time, you're going to need to make 6. So you're going to make 6 horizontal and 6 vertical. So at the end, it's going to be 6 by 6, or that's why you need 12 strips, because you're going to have 6 vertical strips and 6 horizontal strips. So you're just going to go under and over this whole time, and you're going to, as you can see, try to pull it in between each time so that it doesn't really get too messed up. It doesn't really get too out of place, because if you really don't pull it between each and every time you put a strip in, then it'll just get really messy and it won't be that nice square look that you want at the end. So just keep on doing what you're doing, especially make sure that you're working with both sides, because a common mistake would be to just focus on the top and then not really focus on the back or bottom, and then it'll just get messed up that way as well. So you want to do alternating as I'm doing here, and you just want to keep checking to make sure it's square shaped. So now I'm done with that, except now you notice there are these loose ends, and you want to actually pull them as close as you can, make it as square as you can. Check both sides. Once again, I can't stress how important it is, because you don't want to finish and then look at the back and be like, oh shoot, the back doesn't look anywhere near as good as the front. But who's going to see it? It's the back, right? But what you want to do is you want to pull it close, do that as much as you need, and then take these strips. And so as you can see, there's this little pocket underneath the strip, so that you can fold the strip over and put it underneath the pocket. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut the top one off, and then you're going to want to glue the bottom one underneath the pocket. So it's a little hard to explain, so just watch how it's done. And not every strip can do this. See, only every other strip will do this, because the other ones, if you try to fold them, there is no pocket to fold into. So cut off the top part of the first strip, and then put glue onto this strip. That's where your glue comes in, as I said before. You're just going to glue the bottom strip, only a little bit, it's fine. It doesn't have to be too much. And you're just going to fold it over itself and underneath into the pocket. And try to keep all the other strips straight when you do this, because it really is important for them to be square. And now you're going to want to do every other one. So I have 6 done right now, and you might be wondering, what do you do with the other 6? Because you just flip them over, and you can do the same thing on the back, because now you have the pocket. So you're just going to cut off the top once again, only the top strip, and then you're going to take the bottom strip, put some glue on it, just a little, and fold it over and fold it under the pocket and set it down. And this one, as you can see, gave me quite a bit of trouble, because I feel like I might have pulled it a little too tight, but it's okay, it's just paper, you'll get it. And you just want to make it extra secure, make it extra clean, and just square. So you're going to want to do that for all 6 of your pieces. Ta-da! This is the final product, and I am so pleased with how it turned out. Please remember, this is supposed to be completely made out of reused magazine, so don't go out and just buy something for the sake of doing this DIY, because that's really not the point of this type of project. You want to be saving the environment by creating less waste. And you might ask, what should I do with all the paper scraps? Well, I would say recycle them or use them for other DIY projects, whatever you want to do. So if you make this, share it with me on my social media. I'll leave a link down below in the description, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you next time. Bye!